Oh. Okay.
It's a common theme when we start our live streams. I'm like, come on, let's go. And somebody's like, I'm not doing it. So good morning. Welcome to our live stream for Wednesday, November 2nd.
What do we have to talk about?
What do we have to talk about? Well, you had some show and tell, it looked like.
Nope. I have some show and tell. You know, I was kind of waiting because I want the samples. I want the designs. Where is that? I have a lot of show and tell, actually. Where's the other samples?
Good morning. This was it falls on you because you can handle it morning.
To Violet?
No, to me.
What falls
Well,
on you?
you know, not all days start.
I have so much to show you because what I've realized is I don't have a lot of time. And,
Oh my gosh.
but some people I know have time, and some very, very talented people. So I wanted to show you these because what's the point of me showing them because I don't have I've ordered everything, but nothing's here, of course. And I checked my orders yesterday, and stuff is just sitting there awaiting shipment and hasn't been shipped. But
So the issue around shipping these days,
you know what? It's not. There's no. It depends. It's not. It's like
there are not enough shipping trucks. That is the biggest challenge.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain why this person I ordered it and it was sent out immediately, and this place I ordered it and we're still waiting a week later to have it shipped out. So
can you call?
Yeah, I can call them. I think it's just like they're really busy and
The whole world's short-handed.
Yeah. But these are so cute. Now, remember with OESD, you can always use our affiliate link. But if you get it from us, like when I do this as a deal of the day,
You get a better price, right?
I should put these up because, I can send you the design. And what I've been doing is just sending you the design, and then when your CD, so you get it right away, and when your hard copy comes, then I cut it open so that it's been used.
Right.
That's okay, right?
That makes total sense.
That makes sense.
Because you can't return used designs. So once we send you the design, it's used.
Yeah, it's used. So
it's just one more thing that we do at A1 Vacuum and Sewing
to
create more work.
To sell things that
we don't
here.
have. So we have a rep who, two reps now actually, because Pat says it too. But he was like, I don't get it. You guys sell so much stuff that you don't have. And we're like, imagine this.
Because it's amazing.
It's gonna change your life.
Because we have the samples, right? So I'll put these up on the site today because when you see them, you're gonna want them.
So what are they?
So Stephanie.
Are they like?
Yes.
Oh my God, we totally need those.
Yes.
Stephanie
Boyk made these for us.
Are these gonna go back to Stephanie? Or
yeah,
are they
all go back to Stephanie.
Okay, so I can't put them on our cast iron pots.
How fun.
So these are too hot to handle, and this is OESD, and how great would these?
I know. I literally. This is like a bold cozy. It's like my favorite thing ever.
Patrick was complaining the other day about not being able to pick up the handle on his cast iron.
I was like, I need to buy those silicone things.
Yeah, no,
but
you
now I
don't
don't need
them.
But you have to sew these.
No, you know what? You know how to do it too. You know how to hit go on your machine. So think about how you could personalize these. You could use like your favorite, whether they're like hunters or they like to cook or they like chickens or whatever it is that they like. This is called Too Hot to Handle, and I'll put the design up today.
Well, and there's several different shapes and sizes. Like I like that one that kind of has the overage.
Yeah. Look how cute this is. If they are a lover of chocolate and cupcakes, or who doesn't love dessert? Kai Mulligan, me. But I absolutely love these, and I think it has. I think Stephanie said it has fusion fleece, and then there's also a. Stephanie, you there? What was the other one? I can't see it all.
Here.
Fusion fleece, and then it has.
Oh my God.
What's
what
the stuff?
happened to you?
What's the stuff you put in the Insul-Bright? I think it has Insul-Bright in here. So maybe I already put these up. I don't think I did, but I just love these. You could just kind of whip these up. You know, the instructions, Stephanie was telling me how they have you hoop a whole piece of fusion fleece, and then you put down like Insul-Bright and stuff like that. I really think what you should put down is the cutaway. Put down a layer of cutaway. It's not as expensive as the fusion fleece. And then when it does the placement line, then put your fusion fleece and your Insul-Bright. I think that would be the way to go with these. So just know you know me.
Oh my God.
I can't see. I don't have glasses.
Marlene, did you run into the storm? Is that what happened?
So it took you 5 hours? It looks like 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Or was it traffic?
It did get windy. Thank you.
So our door.
Oh, there you are.
Our door blew off the hinges yesterday. You know, some days.
5 hours. 5 hours and 15 minutes.
Some days you feel like.
Like you shouldn't have gotten out of bed.
Patrick
got in a car accident today.
Well, and like not even like it was totally my fault. It was like that's the hardest part is I just feel like an idiot.
You go, if I had just looked.
I feel like an idiot. I like no damage to the other person's car, but damage to the A1 truck. But anyways, that's how happened. Well, whatever. The door got pushed off the hinges.
Somebody was pulling into the parking spot and Patrick opened up his door. I've always thought like what would happen.
I've seen that happen like a dozen times, and it always makes the same sound.
Ooh, I've never seen it happen.
When I've seen that happen before, I've always been like, "Oh, that sucks."
Ooh.
And then a couple times I've seen it happen where they can't shut the door. My door was able to shut. And so, yeah. But like this morning I had one of those moments where I was like, I sat in my car for a second and I was like, I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. I am lucky.
That's what you said?
That
is bad luck. You threw your door open the wrong moment.
Well, but it was also me being an idiot. And so I was meeting Dan, who's the perfect person to meet right after something like that happens. Who like looks at me and he's like, "Oh, dude, that's such a hassle." He's like, "You know what it is, man? It's not a big deal. Because it'll get fixed and everything will be fine. It just is time that you don't have." And I'm like, you know what, man? You're right. And we're so fortunate that this is the worst thing that we have to deal with. So toughen up, Buttercup. It's going to be a great day.
That's how I felt when I got into my accident. Right? Because nobody got hurt.
Nobody's hurt.
But I looked at it
injured.
and it looks like the door and then the front Like,
Oh no, there's no. It's like the stuff in the truck is so heavy that it's definitely. But I already talked to insurance and whatever.
yeah. So and knock on wood, like we haven't had.
I didn't step out of the car.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't your body.
So and like it was. I mean, I swear that was like. It hyperextended the door by maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 inches. That was it.
So.
But enough to start the day the way I didn't want it to start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've never driven in the snow. I had 2 experienced people who kept me calm.
You've never driven in the snow? That is absolutely crazy, Marlene. How is that possible? I
drive in the snow all the time.
I've almost died in the snow so many times.
Don't tell that to somebody who's never driven in the snow.
I remember, I think about the things I would do, and I'm amazed my parents would even let me do it. But I'd just be like, okay, I'm going to go. I lived in Connecticut and went to school in Boston. I lived in Boston afterwards. So I would just, be like, okay, I'm leaving. And I would leave in a
snowstorm. Yeah.
Would you? Because it was always snowing. It was always snowing.
So I left and drove home. So I went to school in upstate New York, right in the bottom of the southwest corner of the Adirondack Park. And it snowed a lot there. There'd be 7 or 8 feet of snow on the ground because they had lake effect snow from the Finger Lakes and the Great Lakes. And so the perfect storm, the one they made the movie out of, the massive nor'easter. So
there were always nor'easters, though.
No, but that was at the time a historic storm. I want to say it dropped 8 feet of snow on the town of Clinton, New York, which is where I was. So that storm was coming. Everybody knew the storm was coming. And the storm was intensifying. So my parents were literally like, you're going to get stuck. You need to leave. And so there was another kid that I live with, and Ben Fox, and he lived in Virginia. And he was like, his parents were like, we're not going to drive. People in Virginia never drove in the snow. And they're like, we're not driving to get you. And I'm like, dude, you're going to be stuck here. Because they were literally telling people to prepare for, I think it was 5 or 8 days before they got the road open again in that part of the country. The highways were shut down, all that stuff. So literally the morning the storm started, we hurriedly packed our car, finished our exams and packed our car the next morning. And Ben Fox drove with me to Pennsylvania, and it started snowing in Binghamton, and what was normally a 7 or 8 hour drive took it probably took us 12 and a half hours to get home.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And it snowed 4 or 5 feet in Pennsylvania where we were jumping out of the second story window of my house, cannonballing into the snow. But yeah, the stupid things you do when you're young. That's me and Kai driving home in the middle of that storm where the highway was shut down. So we drove over Mount Rose.
Yeah, you just, that's what you do when you're from back east. You drive in the snow. But I remember driving on the Mass Turnpike and driving, and I was in the fast lane, which I'm sure I wasn't going really fast. But
life in the fast lane.
And then I remember the plows on the other side hitting me with all that snow. You've been hit like that, right? And you can't see for a couple seconds. You're like, oh my God, I can't see.
It pushes the car a little bit. It's whoa. It's because the snow's heavy.
And then I think the worst snow I ever drove in was when I drove from your house to my house. Remember that snowstorm?
You shouldn't have driven in that snowstorm.
I shouldn't have driven, and I thought, I'm going to die. This is what I do for love. Because that's when Patrick and I, that was our first holidays together, right?
Yep.
And I was like, I'm going to die. And I just was focused so hard on the taillights in front of me. I was like, just focus on the lights. It was so
I think
scary.
that's exhausting too.
It does get exhausting. So it's nice to if you see me, if you see the A1 car, I will be the slowest car on McCarran. When it's snowing, I drive like 20 on McCarran. And everyone's like passing me. I don't care because I don't want to die.
We've seen so many bad accidents on McCarran.
Yeah. So,
All right, so what do we have to talk about?
Oh!
I will be loading up the truck and leaving. I will be
he's delivering cabinets today.
to deliver several cabinets today. So I will not be in the store for much of the morning and the early afternoon probably, and neither will the guys. It has been really busy in the store from a service from the service standpoint.
Oh, it has been.
It has. So I feel like we're probably 10 plus days out right now. Just something to consider.
10 days is like a lot for us.
That's been a lot, but that's like kind of typical for this time of year, and things tend to get worse. So, you know, that is something to consider. And then I am out of the store on Saturday. So if there's something that you need with me,
you better best get it now.
So I need to call you, Cheryl, because when I say their truck was full, their truck was full. And so I believe, and I need to look and make sure, but I think your cabinet had to be shorter than 48 inches. So it was a custom, and it was the only one that did not make it on the truck.
Oops, sorry.
So, that's part of the reason you didn't hear from me yesterday. I think everybody else heard from me yesterday. There is, although I don't know when, it may be second or third week of November. So essentially what he said was we weren't able to get the custom cabinet done. And his comment was, it's a good thing, because when he opened the back of his truck, like where the top of the roll top gate was, like it was touching the cabinets. So so I will know more in the next week or so when that cabinet will be delivered. Also on the cabinets from Unique, I've had a couple of people call to ask about cabinets and if they have to be in the local area. So I've been discussing this with Pat. And long story short, Pat's comment to me was, at this point, you sell anywhere. I don't care if you're in Florida, Boston, Chicago, wherever. His comment to me was, you seem to be doing the best pricing and you're selling the most cabinets. So if you're outside of the area and you want one of these cabinets, I can get a quote with freight rate. The quotes may be slightly higher than what I'm paying right now, because Pat has essentially set a set date and comes once a month and drops off what has been like 10 or 11 cabinets. I think there were 12 cabinets in this delivery. And that was, but that's the thing. If you're outside of the area and you want to talk cabinets, let's talk cabinets. We'll do a video call and we'll talk about what makes these cabinets stand out. That said, I think I mentioned in the live stream that I had a like kind of a special deal potential for a cabinet for a cabinet. Have I talked about this?
Talked about that.
Okay. So Pat reached out to me and said, I've got kind of a unique circumstance with a cabinet that is, I'm trying to think how to put this. Long story short, woman in kind of central US called Unique and basically said, hey, I bought a cabinet from a dealer. Dealer delivered the cabinet. The cabinet has some damage and the dealer won't take the cabinet back. So Pat reached out to me and said, hey, I haven't seen this cabinet. She sent pictures and I can't really see the damage in the pictures. But long story short, the deal I worked out for this customer is I'm going to take her a new cabinet. I'm going to take this cabinet back and I will rebuild the cabinet and sell you the cabinet at kind of a crazy deal. So I have not opened this cabinet, but Pat wasn't sure when he was going to do that. It actually turned out it was in this last order. So I have a luminaire cabinet set, which I'll do a video on the luminaire cabinet sets in the next couple of days with all the time I don't have. And long story short, the normal luminaire drawer set is normally $3,800. The normal luminaire cabinet set is $3,600. So that is what, 78 wait, 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 6.
What color
so it's
is it?
80, it's $7,400 normally. I have a tendency to sell that cabinet set for $5,800. And I think I'm gonna sell this cabinet set
Good money.
for like, hang on, let me go look at the price. Talk about something.
Okay, let's look at, so just to let you know, these are up. I was working while Patrick was talking. So these are up. So if you want to get these, you'll get the design first, and then you'll get the hard copy to follow as they have been ordered. Wouldn't this would be like a fun little class too? I'm thinking maybe this would be like, wouldn't this be like fun? You can make these for everyone. You could do the combo, the ultimate combo. Bowl cozy and too hot to handle. For your cast iron. Just slip it on there. I'm wondering what else you could put it on. There's probably other things that it would come in handy, right?
I have some Calphalon with metal.
But just like pots and stuff, like your handles that you'd go ahead and put it on. But I was just thinking, like, what other things would it work for? Okay, our talented.
Curling iron, maybe.
A what?
You could maybe put it on a curling iron while it cools.
Oh yeah, like what if that's such a great idea? Michelle was like, you could put it on your like curling iron as it cools, but like my flat iron, yeah, because I don't put it like, you know, when you travel and stuff, you could like make this sleeve. You could even make it like a little bit. I'd have to make it a little bit bigger, but that's such a fantastic idea, Michelle. Like your curling iron, your flat iron. How perfect would that be? You have that little special girl in your life, like Violet. I could choose like some really special fabric and put it on that.
When I traveled, anything that was hot, whether it was a flat iron, I had a wide one for my travel iron.
You made something like this?
Yeah. So anything that was hot.
Yes. Oh, look at Kathy Carter was thinking the same thing while you were saying that. She was writing that. Okay, Linda. That is the ultimate gift little bundle. You give them your bowl cozy with your too hot to handle with your custom trivet. Yeah, I love it. All right. Another thing, and I will go ahead and put this up as well. So this is something else that Stephanie made, and she dropped these off yesterday. They're adorable. These are, and there's 2 different bundles with these, but these are the freestanding angels. And look how beautiful they are. So you can have these as decorations where you just, that was the back of it, where you just maybe put them on like your tabletop or something like that, or else you can use them as a tree topper. So there's 3 different ones in this set. This one is going to have the little hymn book or the book. This one is gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. This one has the heart. I don't know if you can appreciate these colors, but they're so, where do I put it where you can really see it? They're so pretty. And then this one has, it's just the hands, right? This one's just the hands.
It's a harp, isn't it?
I thought those were the sleeves and the
Oh,
hands
maybe that's,
together.
yeah, maybe that's just
And look
the
at the
hands.
wings. Aren't those just beautiful? Stephanie, these are absolutely gorgeous. I love these. So this is Freestanding Angel, and I will put this up right now as well. But they're gorgeous if you wanted a new tree topper. And of course, you could customize this any way you wanted. You know, what if you like didn't do all the embroidery and you just added names, like the family names to the top of that? You could put tea lights, not tea lights, but you could add like fairy lights to the inside of these. But they're so pretty. And then, of course, it could just be your table topper. And I wonder if it looks like they're all the same size, but they're just gorgeous. So wanted to show you that. It's that time of year. It's freestanding lace season.
I always feel like we see so many machines
Patrick.
during freestanding lace season.
Yes, because freestanding lace, it's a lot of stitches.
It's dense. It's a lot of stitches.
It can be tough.
Tricky. So we see a lot of machines during freestanding lace season.
You're gonna put some mileage on your machine. That's for sure.
So getting back to those cabinets, I'm like, that price is crazy.
What price are you doing it?
So
already
the
get the
cabinets that's normally $7,400, which I've been selling for just under $6,000 for like $5,600 to $5,800. It is in natural oak. His comment to me when he delivered it. Now I've not opened the boxes, but I know Pat well enough to know that he would not. He wouldn't have brought them to me unless they were perfect. But his comment to me was, when I picked them up, he goes, the damage was like right in the middle of her outback, basically the leaf that folds up in the back. He goes, there was a patch about 6 or 8 inches on only the luminaire cabinet that had essentially like there was like it had rubbed the finish off. And so he goes, I took both cabinets back because, as I've talked about before, they make these cabinets out of the same sheets so that the tops match and that the backs match. So he goes, I took both cabinets back, but he goes, we just pulled the leaf, resanded and refinished the leaf. He goes, it looks perfect. But he was kind of saying it like, I can't believe that it just wasn't very damaged. So
is it damaged or has he redone it?
no, it's
or
totally
is
rebuilt.
Okay.
It's totally rebuilt.
Okay.
But essentially, it was not a cabinet that I'd ordered. And Pat was more interested in being able to move it right away. And so originally he had told me he thought he was going to bring it to me in November. But they had picked it up earlier than they had expected, and there was so little damage they just had to re-sand and redo the rear leaf. So that was done, back on. He says it looks perfect. I still haven't set a price yet, right?
You still haven't set a price. Let's give it to him.
$4,250.
That's crazy, ladies.
$4,250
for this.
for the set.
For a set, that's for
No, I just literally freaked out when I looked at what he charged me for him, because he even said when he dropped him off, he's like, I know that you weren't really ready. anybody who's been in the store knows we can't store this stuff. I got 12 cabinets sitting up there because I have no place to put them. And he's like, I know you were doing me a favor. And I know, you didn't really want these.
I'm waiting for somebody to pop up on the feed and go, they're mine.
So I will do a video, not with those cabinets because they're going to remain boxed. They're simply way easier to deliver boxed. Actually, sometimes we take them out of the box because they're so well packaged in the box. I can get both the cabinet and the drawer set into the back of my truck and not drive a trailer.
This could be your early Christmas present. Sometimes it's just meant to be.
So Donna, keep in mind what I was saying earlier. I will wheel and deal on these cabinets and just get a quote with a freight rate. So if somebody's interested, call me. How wide are the two? It's a 48 and a 36-inch cabinet. They're the cabinets that sit, like I have the ones in that cool gray and that sunset gray that are up in the front of the store. So it's a 36 4-drawer cabinet with storage for a luminaire embroidery unit, and then a 48-inch cabinet that takes the luminaire with the embroidery unit on. So if I have time, I'll do a video today. Maybe we'll show that on the live stream or post that on Facebook and YouTube. But crazy deal.
That's a really,
and it was
really
funny
good
because
deal.
I haven't
it's
looked.
Normally how much? How much?
$7,400
$7,400
is the retail. And I've been selling them. It's funny. I think I sold them at the show for 56, and then I was like, I really should be selling them for 58 to like cover all the expenses as far as delivery and stuff like that. But I think most of you who've bought them have got the $5,600 deal, which is still a smoking deal. It's $1,800 below MSRP. And this is...
But we've got a great deal, so now we can pass it on to you.
Did I say $4,250? What did I say?
I don't know.
$4,200?
Secretary Mundy, can you play that one back?
$4,200. Oh, let's just call it 42.
I think it was $4,200.
$4,200.
That's
so
crazy.
that is $3,200 less than MSRP.
And that's $1,400 less. Sorry, ladies. Than the other ladies who got the amazing deal, but we got an amazing deal.
$4,250 is what I said, but I just said $4,200.
We just went down another $50. That's like dinner out, ladies.
So long story short, part of the reason I'm doing this is I don't have room for it. And so when I've gotten these extra, and this is the other thing I'm learning too, is I think Pat is just used to now, because the last time he showed up with a cutting table I didn't order, you need one of these, right? So I think if the truck's not full, he just fills it. Pat will take it if I give him a good deal.
Yeah. Because somebody will want that great deal. I'm you know what? I've tried to make myself a resolution that I'm not going to buy it I shouldn't say that because we think you should get it because it's a great deal. But I'm trying not to buy it just because it's a great deal. Especially with clothing. I told myself, because I don't know if any of you are like me.
Why are you telling these ladies this? Just get it.
Ladies,
just get it.
Just get it.
So
just get it.
So long story short, I didn't know they were going to be here now. I didn't think I was going to get them when I got these 10 other cabinets. I don't have room for them.
We need to move it.
My pain is your gain.
We need to.
I got a smoking deal on them too. So Donna, I will.
If you go onto their website, what would Donna have to look at?
I'm gonna do a video. So
What?
Why do you say it like that? I'm going to do the video this afternoon. This is a very easy cabinet to sell. Because if you have a Luminaire or a Solaris, and actually on the Luminaire and Solaris cabinets, the Destiny, the Dream Machine, any of the larger machines will work. And you know what, Rollo? Not a fair comparison because we make a lot more money selling cabinets. Selling one cabinet's like selling the entire line of fabric. So So that said, I got a crazy smoking deal on them. Like Pat was like literally in the truck, like writing
Speaking
up
of
the invoice.
fabric, let's show off some fabric.
All right. Hey, I'm done because I need to
And
start
Michelle's
loading
gonna come up
cabinets.
here because we have some
So
stuff to talk
if
about.
anybody's interested in the cabinet,
the
call
fun
the
stuff.
store. I will do a video on the cabinets over the course of the day today sometime. It's a very, very easy cabinet to sell. The biggest thing is most of you are smaller, and the machine in embroidery mode sits at sewing height. So if you're sewing on these other cabinets with lifts or inserts, rather than having the table here, you can't see, rather than having the table at 30 inches where you're sewing and then another 3.5 inches higher when you're embroidering, the machine is always at sewing height. And then you can just fill in the left side of the machine for your quilting. So I will, I'll do a video later in the day. Miss Carson, if you're interested at all, you can always swing past the store because we do have the gray cabinet set up front. All right, I'm out.
Okay, we have gone through 140 of these.
Of what?
So if you haven't gotten one yet,
Oh my goodness.
you should get one. This one's gonna be mine. So I'm gonna open it up, but I think it holds 24
It was cold. I'm not cold now.
USB cases.
That is really, this one is really kind of cool.
Ta-da! I thought I had a USB here, actually. You can put all your event USBs in here. You can put in that cute.
And they can fit the little pin that comes in the event kit. The little Kimberbell pin.
You could do that!
Yeah, like it is on the picture.
Oh my goodness! I didn't even look at that. So you can put your USB with your pin
Hello,
on it.
Miss Betty.
Amazing.
I think that is cool. I really do think that, and there's quite a few will fit in there. So, ladies, you need to take more events because it's going to take you a while to fill this up.
Yeah. 24. Don't worry. Kimberbell has like 4 new events coming up. I think they've already released all their new events coming up for 2023. So, also wanted to show you some new fabric that we just got in.
Ooh, yes. This.
Michelle is we're doing that free sew along. It's called the Easy Stripe Sew Along.
Easy striped table runner.
Table runner. And in the class you are going to be making, and you've seen this before, you're going to be making this table runner. You need the 60-degree ruler.
You do need the 60-degree ruler.
I have more of them coming. So I think I have 15 more coming. And then you're going to have enough to do the table topper.
Those are the scraps that are left over.
I had so many people want this fabric. I got another bolt, so it's going to be
good.
here on Friday.
Oh, good.
So we have this fabric we'll have, so I can fulfill that.
Ooh, this just reminds me. I forgot to put the quantities in on the fabric, so I'll have to go back and do
We
that.
have this in stock. So this is a Benner Text holiday fabric.
This is really
We just
pretty.
got this in. This is super pretty. Isn't that, like, won't that look great on your tabletop? So it's like the purples and the greens, and then this is the coordinating fabric that goes with it. So Michelle put this up, but I think she said she has to change the quantities.
Yeah, you're gonna. If you clicked on it right now, it'd probably show sold out because I forgot to put quantities in. So I'll do that right after we get off the live
So
feed.
this is on there, and then I just couldn't help myself because
You
these
couldn't.
I couldn't. Did
those
you
are
see
so
how cute those were?
They are really
So
cute.
I ordered.
So not just Christmassy.
Yeah, I ordered a fall one and then a Christmas one, and these were all from Michael Miller with matching backing fabric, and that'll be here on Friday. We'll add it in there. So we still have time because the class isn't until the 17th, and my recommendation to you is get 2 yards. You want
Yeah, at least. So the explanation would be on this one. Okay, you can't on the leftover wedges. is what I call them, triangles. You can't put one going up and one going down because of the pattern. It's very symmetrical. But on something like the one that Jeannie just showed you, it's not. So a yard and a half. Yeah, a yard and a half.
I'd say just get 2 yards.
Yeah.
Let's just be.
Yeah. So it was I think it was a yard and a half if you just want to do the table runner. If you want to add this, just get 2 yards. Plus, you can always do fun stuff.
And it would be so nice.
I look at zipper bags at what's left over.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah,
cute.
how cute is border fabric just
Border
for
fabric,
all
yeah.
sorts of
Anything.
projects.
Yeah.
And they're easy to whip up. They're like easy to change out your holiday decor. Just make another table runner. And they're easy
Yep.
to modify if you have a long table or
Absolutely.
you have something like that. Speaking of events, will you be doing this spring? It's up on the site. Just go to our site, and if you go under promotions, we are doing that event. It's going to be January, I think, 19th and 20th. Don't hold me to those dates, but it's on our calendar. We are definitely doing that. So, Kimberbell's their, what is it called again? Hello Spring or something like that.
Yeah.
But we're definitely doing that event. It's going to be in January. Need more info. CD classes I used to have. CD cases. Yes, it is like the CD cases.
Betty, it is on the site, but I forgot to put in quantity. So if you went there right now, it's going to show as sold out. So give me a chance to
I'll go. I'll
it.
change it right now because Michelle has some stuff she
I
wanted
do.
to talk to you about, and I did want to show you one more thing, ladies. If you, I sent the dates to Christine, so they'll be up on probably on Facebook.
These are so cute. I love these. They're so cute.
I know, and I had to order more books. We've gone through. I think we went through maybe 60 of these.
I just don't have any place to put them, but I would just love to do all of them.
We just make it to make it.
I know. We just
Yeah.
make to make.
So this is Cuties Volume 2. So the book is on the site. It is at a sale price. We are going to be doing this as a so-long. So there's 6 different table toppers. So here are your table toppers. Am I showing them to you?
Yeah. they're
Okay.
there.
Those are your 6 table toppers. Kits. We've gone through 36 kits. 36 of each.
Wow.
So we have more. I'm cutting more. We should have more ready to send out. Some of them tomorrow and then next week. But what I'm going to be ready for is this is the kit for January. February, it's so cute with the little conversation hearts.
Oh, thank you, Secretary Mundy.
And it's going to come with, it comes with your fabric. It comes with your embellishments. It does not come with your backing fabric. So you have to provide your own, I think it's 2/3 yard of backing fabric. But you're going to see the price online. It's really affordable. They're priced differently because some of them had more stuff. So some of them are cheaper than others. And then this is going to be the one for March. And they're adorable and they're kind of grab and go. So if you get signed up, and actually we're not signing up, the dates will be posted. The first sew along is going to be on December, I put it up, December 5th. So December 5th, we are going to do the January one. And you can buy these, one at a time. I put shipping in there. I made it so you could get 3 shipped at a time. Because I've been trying to be really mindful of shipping. And I think people who've been getting packages from us realize we've been combining stuff. We've been refunding shipping. Our shipping calculator's just really weird.
You're not the only one. Every time I order stuff online, the same things happen. But, if you just kind of go with it, because the calculator can't figure it to the number, but when they weigh the package and send it, if you pay too much, you're going to get a refund. So, but can't control really shipping prices right now. Mary, did you want to finish that sentence? I said, is cuties good for I'm gonna put words in, but maybe those aren't the words that you wanted right down here.
Cuties is great for everything.
Yes.
And it's great to, just get your little creative outlet out there. So, I think Michelle's got some stuff to show you and talk to you about with some upcoming classes that we have.
All right, so the first upcoming class I'm going to talk about is the basic Get to Know Your Scan and Cut class. I do this about once every 3 months, and it is a 4-hour Get to Know Your Scan and Cut class. So this is for DX series machines, but it can be any DX series machine. Some of the models that are mass market won't have the ability to do a couple things, but you can still learn a lot about your ScanNCut. So in the course of this class, we cut fabric 3 ways. We cut craft vinyl and heat transfer vinyl. This is why you bought your ScanNCut. We do scan to direct cut on fabric, so where the ScanNCut detects the outline. We make an envelope to hold all of our cuts in. We cut marine vinyl, we cut puffy foam, we cut paper, cardstock. We actually cut a card, and then we are going to draw an embroidery design on the card, because your ScanNCut has the ability to recognize an embroidery file and convert it to artwork. We just have a lot of fun. And in doing all of these projects, we tend to cover about 90% of the settings that are in your ScanNCut in an applicable manner, meaning that we use the setting when you need to use it, not just going through all the settings and then you forget what they're for. So that class is coming up on November the 11th. It's from 9 to 1. You can, if you're out of town, you can still take it. This is an online class, but let us know, because we need to ship you a kit. Your class comes with class price is included with the kit that comes with it, so that you can make all the same stuff and it's all treated the same way as mine is. So that's from 9 to 1 on November the 11th. So in the ScanNCut club that we have going at the store, which is a lot of fun, I try to get things together for you using your ScanNCuts in areas that might interest you. I think it was last week or the week before, we did a sparkle t-shirt with rhinestones, but we combined using heat transfer vinyl for the pumpkin face and then the rhinestone template cutting feature of the machine. Any of those ScanNCut classes that are ScanNCut club require that you have already taken the Get to Know Your ScanNCut class. It's a requirement. And if you sign up and I don't see your name as being in those classes, you're going to get a phone call from me so I can make sure that your skills are up to par. And it's so that people, if we want to go further with our ScanNCut, we don't keep having to go backwards. So the Get to Know Your ScanNCut is really valuable for you in that way. Also, in ScanNCut Club, we have a sticker class. I have a sticker class coming up. So here's some of the stickers we'll be making in the class. And then here's just some that I've been playing with.
Look how cute these are. Weekend forecast, quilting with no chance of house cleaning or cooking.
And you can resize it, whatever. So these are just some of the ones I've been kind of playing with in getting ready for the class.
Will they do something like this on what is this? Is this like vellum or?
Nope. One of them is clear vinyl, clear transparent vinyl, sticker paper. They call it sticker paper. And then the other is a matte colored sticker paper. Now this is not the sticker paper that you run through the dishwasher. These are stickers that you might use in a sticker setting,
Well, Michelle, can we do this? Because I want to bling up my machine.
Yes.
And I've also wanted to bling up
the front of your computer
laptop, because I can never find it. And I go, if I had some stickers on it, then I'd be able to look at it and go, those are mine.
So the purpose of this class is to get you to use several features that are in your machine. One is the scan to direct cut, meaning it detects the outline and it cuts the sticker, the shape of the design that's on the page. The other is to be able to scan a sheet of stickers, send them to ScanNCut Canvas, and then apply one of the built-in shapes. If it doesn't have direct outlines, then scan to direct cut becomes a little bit challenging. And then the other one is actually scanning to Canvas and using your enhanced image feature in ScanNCut Canvas. So when we get to these ScanNCut Club classes, they cover information that kind of brings both worlds in together, ScanNCut Canvas and the ScanNCut. So these are the files that will be, one's clear sticker paper, one's the other, is matte. So you can see that some of the hard lines on this one, the bottom 4, are going to be scanned to direct cut. The other 2 at the top, they don't have solid outlines. So those 2 we're going to scan and send to Canvas and apply a shape from Canvas. And then the back page, we are going to scan and send to Canvas and use the enhanced image tracing, meaning that it has, where do you get that stuff? I guess I've included it in the class materials, Carol. So there you go. So, and then also I did a pre-class video this weekend that goes into this class that somebody asked about, okay, how do you get all those pictures on the page? And so I actually did a little video of how I do it. So,
So you're gonna, I mean, how cute. And imagine doing this, like, if you have, Violet would love this.
yes. So this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about other things. So part of this class is I don't want to fish for you guys all the time. I want to teach you to fish so you can fish for yourself. So part of this is saying, okay, somebody said, what about window clings? I would type in Google window cling material, so you know what you have to print it on. That's what I do. So that's part of where we come in. I'm going to give you, in class, I'm going to give you the source that I had for these two. But essentially, I just look for what I want, and then I have to do a test. You can't just, if you've never used it before, you can't assume it's going to work in the capacity that you want it to work in. So this is where we're going to start, and then we'll go on to maybe window clings and stickers for our laptops. All right. So this next class, the sticker class is November the 15th from 1 to 3:30. It's called Scan and Cut Club Stickers, and it's 9:15, so November 15th from 1 to 3:30.
And there's a kit, so you got to sign up now so we can get you the
Okay,
kit.
so these stickers are not permanent stickers. So this is not the sticker material that you stick on a cup that goes to the dishwasher. These are stickers that you put on notebooks, stickers that you put on things that you're not going to run through the washing machine or the dishwasher. Or probably, you could probably use it as a sticker on the car, but then maybe on the clear one, but you would probably print it in reverse so that you could stick it to the inside of the window and not the outside of the window. All right, so the next one coming up is a beginner's rhinestone class. So this is what we've done this one before. And this one is like an introductory to your rhinestone starter kit. So your kit's going to come with a little bag and enough rhinestones to do either one of those designs. So when you buy the rhinestone starter kit, it activates into your Scan and Cut Canvas account. And then you have the ability to create your own rhinestone designs. It comes with rhinestone designs built in. This one is just built in on the Scan and Cut, this bottom one. If you have a Disney Scan and Cut, this one's built in. This is just how do we get started, how do we cut, how do we do it and get a successful cut, those kind of things. So this is the beginner. Anything, again, any other rhinestone classes going forward, like the one that we did with the t-shirt was a much more complex design. There was I think 687 stones that had to go in that, plus we used both heat transfer vinyl and rhinestones, so we combined techniques. So this one, the rhinestone one, is going to be offered on December 1st from 10 to 12, and that's you'll need a rhinestone starter kit for that, and your kit will have the bag and enough stones to do one of those two designs.
Or if they had just their little starter thing that came with if they got the machine that had it.
That was only the 230.
So the 230,
Scan
if
and
you
Cut
don't
230D.
have the 230, it was the 230, then you need to get the rhinestone starter kit.
Yes, that's correct.
It has some really important tools in it.
The most important tool is the board that comes in. That is what you stick your rhinestone template fabric to, so that you can sprinkle your rhinestones over the top after it's cut. So,
and then once you've mastered this, then you can move on to some of the more advanced classes that Michelle's going to be teaching.
Exactly. I like
with
to keep
rhinestones.
going forward. We want to keep going forward. So it doesn't matter when you got your Scan and Cut. The foundation classes are never going to be a bad investment in your Scan and Cut knowledge. All right. The next one I want to talk about is one of the ones that I have loved since I started working here, and that is the Software 101 class. So I was just going to record the class and not do them live anymore, but I've decided one more live class is in the mix here. So there is a 10-session Software 101 class beginning on Monday, January the 9th, running from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time for 10 consecutive Mondays. So let's talk about what Software 101 is. First of all, it is not someone's going to teach me how to use my computer class. It has nothing to do with that. So you'll have a prerequisite set of computer skills that you'll need to bring to class with you, because I don't teach computers, I teach software. I know it sounds like they're the same, but they're not. And I have a recommendation for you if you don't have those skills. But we're going to start at the beginning. You'll have to load your software onto your computer, and I have a video that's already prepared on how to load your software. But we will spend 10 weeks essentially building you a software toolbox. Now, don't think you're going to be digitizing when you get done with this. You're not. This is like going to Lowe's and buying a tool for everything that you can do when you build a house. It's not saying going down and buying a hammer and then going home and building a house. There's that part in between, and that's how do I use the tools to build a house. So the Software 101 class is designed to work specifically in layout and editing. We'll talk about the drawing tools. We'll talk about the built-in shapes. We'll talk about text and transforming text. We'll talk about using SVG files, which are your same as your cut files, to create embroidery designs. And we'll talk about some of the basic stuff that maybe all you want to get out of your software is how to bring in a design, delete part of the design, and add a name to the design, and then send it to your machine. So we'll be doing stuff like that as well. So we'll start at the beginning. We'll take a little tour the first day of what's in layout and editing. We'll get acquainted with it and where everything's at. We'll learn important features about importing designs. We'll learn about resizing designs, scaling them, adding stitches, taking away. You'll learn about changing colors. You'll learn about creating other designs. I mean, we took shapes, just plain built-in shapes that were in the program, and made a flower pot with a flower coming out of it. So you'll learn things like that. When we get to the end of the class, there will be a final exam that you'll have to submit, and it's not hard. It's just going to put all of the, we are working specifically with PE Design or Palette 11. I have 17 years in PE Design, so PE Design and Palette 11 is what this class will be. And then...
So if you need the software...
Yes, we have it.
This is the class, like Michelle just said, is PE Design 11. So you either need this one or it's Palette 11, which is going to be this one.
And you know, if you have to buy software and you haven't purchased it yet, if you want to know what the difference between the two is, call me before you make your purchase, and I'll tell you what the difference is. They're essentially the same except for one feature. So the classes are meant to be skill builders. So we'll build your skill levels in, so that as each class will build on what the previous class taught. So in this class, there will be homework. You will need to sew things out. The first time around, yes, it is expensive software. I guess it just depends on how, on what you want to use software for. So software's, there's all different price points for software. This is full, complete digitizing software. So it really and truly is the last software you have to buy. I mean, if you have a partial program, then you end up sometimes having to buy more programs when you advance. This one can be as easy or as complex as you want it. If you wanted to use it to digitize later, one of my favorite digitizers that has had a business digitizing, and I know that a lot of you have bought her designs, has been digitizing with PE Design since version 2. So, it just depends on where you want to go. About 10% of the population will use 90% of the capacity of any software program. About 90% of the population, that's the rest of us, will use about 10% of the capacity of whatever software program you have. So the skills that we build can probably be taken over into other software programs, but I don't make concessions for other software programs within the class. That you'd have to kind of figure out on your own. So we've had, I think, 7 groups now total since I started this program 2 years ago that have gone through the program and have been truly barely able to turn the computer on when they started, and that we're making we're basically digitizing basic designs by the end. So that's on tap starting the 9th of January on Mondays from 9 to 11. Keep in mind that once you sign up for the class and you start, I cannot give you a refund because I can't put anybody in your place once the class has started. So that's why I'm very specific of the computer skills that you need to have. Basically, if you can't find the on-off switch, I can't find it either because I'm not even in the same room with you. You need to be able to create a folder. You need to be able to put things in a folder, take it out of the folder, know where you put the folder. And they're skills that most of us would have if we worked with a computer at all. If you've never worked with a computer, here's my advice to you. This is how I learned how to use my computer. Truckee Meadows Community College has a senior college that offers a silver technology program, basic classes on how to use your computer. So I would say look up TMCC Silver College and call the phone number and find out when they're having their next computer technology classes, because that is the place to learn how to use your computer. Software 101, not so much, because I can't really help you with that. I'm not that great on computers. I'm adequate. I'm not wonderful. So and then at the end for the final exam last year is people had to make a key fob that had their name on it. So you know that we're bringing in patterns and we're bringing in designs that you probably have purchased in the past. I can't remember what the other ones were. We mixed fonts, we mixed fills. So PE Design has a bunch of fills, as does Palette, that you can use in given situations. And I'm actually starting, I had a book. Actually, I had 4 binders worth of stitch outs in PE Design that I had to turn in at the end of my road trip with brother, so that so I didn't have them. But the one thing that's important in this class is you have to sew things out along the way. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to call your mom if you don't do your homework. But if you don't do your homework, you'll be the one that suffers, because something on the screen rarely looks the same on the screen as it does in fabric, because things can change. So that's essentially the skill requirements. You have to have something to sew it out on. Can be even a 4x4 hoop. It doesn't matter. You have to have PE Designer Palette 11. And you have to know how to turn your computer on, create a folder, put things in the folder and take them out of the folder, and know and remember where you put the folder. So not too much. All right, so that one again starts on the 9th. This will, in fact, be the last one I do live. I will be recording the class. I'll always be monitoring the group. It's a private Facebook group. I'm sorry I cannot do these on YouTube because I can't monitor two places at one time. It's a private Facebook group that only the participants in the class have access to, and that's so that you can ask questions during the course of the class, and I can respond either with an answer in text or an answer with a video. Most often, if you're having a problem with software, I'll usually do a little video recording, but I will always do it in the group so that everybody learns. So, any other questions? You know where to find me. I am here at the store on Tuesdays through Fridays. So I hope that works. So have a Secretary Monday. Thank you so much. Keep in mind that the posted prices of the software are not usually the price that they go out the door for. So if you are interested in software, please give Patrick a call. He will give you a quote on software. Many of you probably got it with your machine if you bought a machine recently. And if you did not, just give us a call. The price that's listed is rarely the price that goes out the door. So have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.